Hi guys, Dave here with a brand new lesson for you, and today we're going to look at the intro to Top of the World by the Carpenters. Originally played on a pedal steel guitar, but I'm going to show you a way that you can play it on a regular guitar. So it's going to be a great one for developing your bending control in particular. Okay, let's get on with it. Probably you'll notice as I'm playing through this that sometimes I'll use a combination of picking fingers, so hybrid picking in other words, very common for country guitar playing. And quite often I will pick like the double stops, that's when I'm plucking two strings together. Sometimes I might play it with my middle and ring fingers, and sometimes I might play it with like a combination of a pick and one of my fingers. So you might notice that as we go through it. Okay. Probably what else do I need to say? Oh, it's in the key of B flat, so not a typical guitar key, so just bear that in mind when we're playing. Of course you can transpose it down if your band play it in like say A or whatever. Yeah, okay, let's get on with it. So little double stops at the beginning. These are all played on the B and G strings. So first one I just bar at the 10th fret. Then the next one is going to be 11B, 12G. Then I take that shape, move it up. So now that's 13B, 14G. Right, so this is the first bend and probably the trickiest actually. So I'm holding down the 10th fret on the E and the 10th fret on the G. I'll play those two together twice. Then I just play the G string one more time. Then the E after it. And then I'm going to do a bend. Now what happens is that you'll probably find that you're moving the strings the same physical distance. But what should happen is that the E string will just, pitch-wise, will just go up a semitone or a half step, one fret, and the G string should go up a whole tone, or two frets, whatever way you want to think of that, like that. So once you've picked them one after the other, you just want to keep them sustaining while you do the bend. There you go, so that can be quite tricky to get just right. Okay. Then I just play 8 on the E, 11 on the B. Sometimes I keep that note ringing underneath as well if I can. It just adds to that kind of pedal steel effect. Then I'm going to slide into 12 and add vibrato. And then play 11 on the B. I do it that way because on the record you can definitely hear vibrato on that note there, on the G. If you wanted to kind of keep just bending notes, then you could of course just bend from 10 to 12 on the G, and then play that note, and then play the 11th fret, the B flat, on the B string if you wanted to. If you wanted to do it that way. Anyway, so I'm there at the 11th fret, pick it twice, and then bend and release it a tone, so that's 13th fret. And then I'm going to bend up a tone on the 10th fret of the G, and then play the 11th fret on the B, nice and short. Like that. Very country. Now the next four notes, what you want to do is you play the 10 on the G, keep that note ringing over the next three notes basically. So those other three notes are 10 E, 8 E, 11 B. like so. Then we're back to our double stops. So what I'm doing there, I'm just barring at the 8th fret on the B and G strings, and you'll see why in a second. I'm also going to hold down fret 10 on the B, play the first one, then just go to the bar, and then put my finger back on the 10th fret for that. Incidentally, that's over an F7 chord. And you'll find out with a lot of these double stops, they're kind of small parts of a bigger chord. As will be the next one, which is over a B flat. So what I'm doing now is I'm just playing 6E, 7G, pluck them together, and then I slide them up an octave. So I'll end up at 18E and 19G. Can be really tricky to keep it sustaining. You have to kind of put quite a bit of pressure on. You've got a few options. I mean, I just pick it and slide it and hope for the best. You could re-pick it once you get up to the higher shape. Or if you have a whammy pedal, and I've known a couple of guitarists do this, they'll play the shape and then they'll just push down on the pedal, have it set to an octave, and then that'll take it up. Like so. So that's another option if you own a whammy pedal. I don't, so I have to do it this way. There you go, and that's over the B flat. And that's the end of the intro. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and I will see you for one real soon.